gatal kakiku. Aja HP ku ya. Sampai di sini nggak tuh semutnya? Ini pasti suaranya nyaring banget sini. Apa nih? Message of the day. Apa tuh? Udah punya semua sih. Unavailable, unavailable ini belum bisa nih. Oh, ini yang harus beli nih. Dark Arts pack. Aku nggak punya kitnya. Apa namanya? Griffin. Oke, volumenya sekecil. Sip. 40 lah. Oke, karena efeknya kasih kecil juga. Oke, sip lah. Oke, udah agak kecil ya. Coba ya, aku mau denger dulu. Ternyata suaraku nggak kedengaran. Oh, tadi aku kasih mati tuh. Iya kayak. Suaranya 100% paling tinggi. Udah dah. Tes. Lo. Turun lagi berarti volumenya. Volume gamenya maksudnya. Masih 60 deh. Sip. 66. Dengan apa-apa? 75 lah. Oke lah. Kok malah back. Oke, main Hogwarts Legacy jadi anak Slytherin level 1. Kita mulai dari awal lagi. Waktu itu udah main dibajakan, tapi ternyata gamenya tidak bisa dimainkan, ada nge-virus. Kita mulai dari awal lagi. Semoga kali ini volumenya kedengaran suara. Soalnya kemarin nggak kedengaran, aku mau nonton ulang malah nggak bisa. Aku nggak tahu juga kualitas laptop nih pas-pasan juga sih, jadi antara kontrasnya tuh jadi jelek banget kualitinya, tapi nggak apa-apa, yang penting bisa main game. Punya rumah Slytherin nih. Tapi di antara semua rumah kayaknya Slytherinnya paling kusuka deh. Warna hijau mendominasi, ada lumut-lumutnya. Yang paling utama tuh dekat laut. Bukan dekat laut, di bawah danau.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Okay.
That new fifth year.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Wonder where they're from.
They're lucky they didn't end up.
Sana mesti gue saran deh.
Did you see the way they just waltzed in at the end of the sorting
Protego!
Salah pencet. Masih terlalu besaran suaranya.
Can't imagine starting a new school this year.
Oh, ini suara musiknya nyaring banget nih ternyata. Suara musiknya kasih kecil dikit. Ini kasih agak naik. Musik itu kan nggak terlalu ngaruh sebenarnya. Oke, ada 3 orang harus di
Already knew that.
kenalan. Bentar doang.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What were you
What
reading?
book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Okay. What do you
Are
mean?
you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time.
Oh, dia ketemu
It was
spirit.
good meeting you.
Oh,
Good luck today.
Oh, gitu rupanya. Aku udah pernah main bajakan sih game ini, jadi udah sampai level 25 kok nggak salah. Udah seperempat lah. Ini ceritanya main ulang aja dari awal, karena waktu itu main game bajakan.
Might want to think that again.
Imelda.
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Checkmate.
Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Salfok aku lihat mukanya karakterku sendiri nih, terlalu ganteng. Imelda, by the way, shame I wasn't with you and Fig. Aku bla 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 bla.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Oh, siap.
Ha, not the way I fly.
Kira nggak ada
Perhaps
yang
one
tahu
of these
tentang
days I'll
dragon.
show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Okay.
Are you a keen Wizard Chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing
I
like
make the
swerving through the
time.
spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Goodbye, Imelda. Terakhir,
And yet,
Ominis Gown.
I I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Memorable.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin.
Eh,
Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
thank you, thank you. Did you suspect you'd be in Slytherin?
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of
Slytherin?
Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Oh, ternyata mat blood, pure blood itu masih ada di zaman setelah Harry Potter. Oke.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Oke.
Is the new
Perkenalan.
5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Oke, kita disuruh ketemu Profesor Weasley. Aku ketemu. Mantap, Rek, karakterku ini. Cantiknya. Apa nih, perapian apa gimana? Semuanya naga, ular, kraken. Naga. Bawa apa? Semuanya tentang laut ya. Kapal selam. Naga laut. Yap. Titerin semua tentang air. Naga. Naga lagi. Ini paling keren sih. Seakan-akan naganya mau makan orang ini. Keren banget sih. Oke, yuk. Ketemu Profesor Weasley. Professor!
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind.
Okay,
Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs?
Owl.
Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Ooh, I get a
Here
book.
you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Okay.
This way.
This way. Apa ini?
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a
Oh, house
student.
chess.
Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
bisa juga dipakai. Belum bisa. Oke lah, itu dari awal main.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up! Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Oke.
Revelio.
Dapat field guide page. Yang pertama, patung ini depicts apa? The Kelp yang nggak tahu. Shape shifting, merubah bentuk. Oh, demon native. Oh, iblis berubah bentuk. Iblis air berubah bentuk kali. Di Ireland and Great Britain. Nggak tahu lah. Which usually takes the form of long maned horse. Oh, mengambil bentuk kuda laut atau kuda laut. Kuda laut memang. The large Kelpie ever reported is the Loch Ness monster in Scotland. Jadi yang katanya legenda Loch Ness monster itu yang kayak dinosaurus kepala leher panjang. Ada yang bilang itu adalah sebenarnya si Kelpie ini. Iblis air yang suka berubah bentuk karena dia suka mengambil bentuk semacam kuda leher panjang atau something like that. Apa nih? Oh, inilah bukunya. Oke.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Aku cuma mau lihat patungnya doang. Kelpie kayaknya pernah aku dengar deh. Di SpongeBob, kalau nggak salah SpongeBob dapat kuda laut terus dia panggil dia Kelpie. Kalau nggak salah ya. Nggak ada kenapa.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
Blue flames.
Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Central Hall. Sini. Mana Central Hall? Nah. So travel ke situ. Kita buka berarti aku berarti harus buka maps lagi sini. Oh, banyaknya buka map. Nontek dari YouTube aja lah.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Stick PS-nya nih. Goyang.
I adore the hustle and bustle of Central Hall.
Ada buku terbang.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the
Tapi bisa
hive.
diambil.
Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Belajar Akio.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes
Thank you,
today.
Professor.
And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Okay.
What will I learn in charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What's Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Butterbeer. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
No?
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Oh, nggak ada apa-apa di
Speak of the
sini.
devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Terus bohong.
Yes.
Aku nggak boleh
You
kasih
seem
tahu.
to have provided our
Kalau
new
sesuatu
fifth year
di
with a
Hogwarts.
solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes,
Thank you,
Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, Professor.
In my opinion, divination is a load of rubbish. Professor Anais is so logical. I don't understand how she believes the things she teaches.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Okay. Open map. Defense against the dark arts class akan kalau udah belajar dapatkan hadiah Levioso. Some quests are locked by spell and or level requirements. In this case, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor's assignment or as quest rewards. Okay. Track the quest with A. Continue. Tip.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Thank you, Professor. Kita harus sekolah dulu, ke kelas Defense Against Dark Arts.
Some think Professor Shah is hard to read, but I find him as easy to read as a star chart. He has no patience for time wasting.
Ini bukunya. Ada quest. Kita butuh 2. Back. Ini tadi. Words Regalia. Udah. Terus collections. Di sini baru 1. Hogwarts dapat banyaknya. In Highlands, Hogsmeade. Hogwarts, Hogsmeade. Oke. Lagi. Ini quest. Charm class, defense against the dark class. Oke, yang pertama kita belajar charm class.
Unless you accidentally uproot baby mandrake.
I wouldn't bother yourself about that. If I were you, I'd be more...
Ano jadi? Defense against the dark arts teacher deh. Yang dekat.
Barbecue the pub.
100 meter. Nggak mau buka. Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Dapat lagi. Weaver, Fountain. This fountain ini has a likeness of a wyvern apa sih itu? On top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Oke. Tempat ternyaman untuk duduk nongki.
Revelio.
Ada sesuatu tuh di situ tapi kayaknya nggak bisa deh karena masih level 1. Ini kalau nggak salah pohon di mana si Malfoy dijadikan musang atau apa ya, di sini ya kalau nggak salah. Di sini. Terus di buku keempat, film keempat, mereka lewat sini kan sambil ngeliatin tuh pemandangan pohonnya. Sih. Kucing. Ya. Flames.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Okay. Ini suka ganggu. Ini hantu yang suka ganggu, tapi kok dia warna ya?
Revelio.
Rahasia. Oh, di sini. Nah, dapat painting of Ilius. Ilius. Nggak tahu ah. The young orphan, anak yatim piatu, wizard. Devious inside village from an arm. Wow. What? Keren banget. Ini lukisan seorang anak yatim piatu penyihir laki-laki yang terkenal karena dia menyelamatkan seluruh desanya dari serangan Dementor dan Dark Wizards Raxidian dengan Patronus seekor tikus. Wow. Keren banget. Itu Patronusnya, tikus. Wow. Entah kayak apa caranya tikusnya ngalahin Dementor. Gimana gitu.
Revelio.
Di sini satu. Bunyi ting tapi nggak ada apa-apa. Di sini. Ini tidak apa. Ini di sini benar. Kita makin dekat. Oh, keren loh nih, kayak kambing, kelawar, singa, entah kayak iblis, setan, dajjal gitu. Sebelah. Apa nih?
Revelio.
Apa nih? Ini siapa? Kok nggak ada mukanya? Nggak ada namanya? Kosong? Luasnya mapnya. Oh, ini mungkin penyihir yang baik, ini penyihir yang jahat mungkin. Oke dah, kita ke kelas aja. Terlalu banyak mapnya, baru aku masih level 1. Kita harus grinding dulu.
Revelio.
Grinding. Harus pelan-pelan. Satu-satu.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember.
Wow.
Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay. Levioso dan Leviosa. Tapi beda tuh Leviosa. Itu Wingardium Leviosa. Ini Levioso aja. Okay. We did it. Mas Daniel.
Levioso.
Mas Daniel.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Okay. Ayo Mas Daniel. Mas Daniel.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast?
Okay.
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
Good. Now, well done.
Dah. Mantap kan, Bu?
Very good.
Bu lagi,
But
Prof.
the best way to practice is by dueling.
Okay.
We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Kita duel dulu by one. Ayo Mas Daniel.
This should be easy.
Ya.
Potato! Stupid wonder.
Case things.
Levioso!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Levioso! Stupid wonder. Good form. Levioso!
I know.
Your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Mas Daniel.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it.
Okay.
A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Thank you, Professor.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Okay. Oh,
Nice work. Revelio.
satu. Ting-ting itu. Oh, di atas itu. Atas dulu kita. Hebridean Black Skeleton. Large dragon skeleton that hangs in a defense against the dark arts classroom. Trophy taken by Professor Hecat after the single-handedly defeated one of the largest coaching rings in Eastern Wales during the Great Coaching. Oh, kamu dia sendiri yang dapat. Gede memang sih. Wih, gedenya. Baru aku sadar gede banget. Baru aku sadar. Oh my god, gedenya. Wow. Wow. Satu ruangan. Wih, kok sayapnya merentang lebar tuh. Wow. Wajar sih, profesor ini single handed lagi. Satu tangan. Wow. Wow, just wow. Sampai sini loh ekornya. Halo, siapa? Sebastian Swallow.
Revelio.
Apa nih, serem nih gue liat nih. Tempat untuk bunuh orang gua nih.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Nah.
In fact, it was.
Salah pilih
Perhaps I have a
aku.
knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better.
Maksudnya nggak
Magic
atas.
requires intention and talent.
apalah.
You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill.
Sheer
Look
luck?
for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower
Skill
entrance,
dong, skill.
if you're interested. Till next time.
Baiklah. Dia dapat achievement tadi. Challenge. Oke, aku dapat sarung tangan dan kacamata. Terus mau gantinya nggak bisa ya? Ini coba bisa kah? Ini nggak ngaruh, nggak usah. Ini? Enggak, nggak usah kacamata. Kamu baik-baik aja. Collections. Ini nah. Gimana cara dapetinnya tadi? Cosmetic alterations applied to gear via the change appearance option in the gear menu. Tapi aku nggak nemu tadi mana gear. Ini kan gear. Terus ini kan handwear. Nggak ada nih. Malah yang ini. Gimana cara ganti baju dia? Ganti baju lagi. Banyak untuk dapat ini nih. Inventory tadi. Nah, ini nah. Terus cara makanya gimana? Cosmetic alterations applied to gear via the change appearance option in the gear menu. In the list are rewards for special accomplishments such as challenge and quest. Terus change appearance. Mana change appearance? Via gear. Change appearance. I don't see the menu. Gak ada. Saya nggak paham sih. Masih sulit. Aku kayaknya mau cari dulu cara menggunakan cara memakai reward dari game Hogwarts. Sudah, terus aku tadi dapat banyak hadiah pun baju-baju tuh mana ya? Apa sih nyamuk nih? Alah, Reddit diblokir. Hah? Buka YouTube berarti. How to where the reward. Ah, nih. Ya udah klaim, tapi cara pakainya gimana? Nggak tahu. Di gear? Tapi kok di gear gue nggak ada? Nggak ada nih. Kayak gitu nggak ada. Nggak ada sesuatu. Ah, ini nah. Apa belum kok level awal-awal? Kok bisa dapat?
Hi, Dark Flat Cap. I want to make sure this is selected. Otherwise, you won't have the option to change the appearance. So you can see under handwear, I do have something equipped. My black leather gloves. I can press square now and change the appearance of the glove.
Square? Enggak, bukan dia. Tapi enggak pilihannya sih. Malah ah. Berarti belum bisa ya? Terus oh itu astagfirullah. Keren. Sampai di situ tekan dulu, baru change appearance. Nah, baru dapat. Ini yang tadi di koleksi itu. Lucunya kalau pakai ini. Oke, aku tahu sudah. Berarti kalau yang di akun bajakan tuh aku karena nggak apa namanya, nggak online, nggak bisa. Ini kan online. Jelek ah, ganti. Saya udah usah pakai kacamata, nggak mau. Headwear nggak ada ya. Skip dulu, change anehnya. Jelek. Itu rambutmu yang ganteng gitu. Ini kembali. Nah, coba. Boleh. Keren yang ini. Aku dapat baju nggak salah ya? Nah kan bener dapat. Wow. Inilah. Ini apa nih? Oh, ini basic. Oh, ini. Berarti ini ganti. Yang sama. Enggak usah. Wih. Ganteng kali lah. Ganteng kali loh. Wah, mantap ganteng. Gak kelihatan lah bajunya dalam. Nggak apa, pakai aja. Tahap collection kita cek lagi. Oke, kita cek dari ini. Terus misi-misinya apa ini? Dwelling Club. Berarti ini dulu. Kita mau cari Akio. Udah, boleh kali. Bolehlah Mas Daniel. Ganteng Mas. Apa Mas? Ada petunjuk tuh Mas.
Revelio.
Bisa hidup di daerah bangsawan jadinya dengar lagu ini. Baru karakter kita ada di Inggris. Flu.
That light was behind me. I promise.
Revelio.
Hai. Kucing. Blue. Belah. Ya. Apakah ada sesuatu? Tidak ada. Kita perlu buka-buka juga sih ini mapnya. Rahasia-rahasianya.
Revelio.
Kita ke atas lagi. Aku ke atas lagi. Kita mau dulu dah.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to
Ini pasti
remind
sesuatu
him
di
to
sini.
finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Atau di atas sini.
And then the werewolves join the goblins in the upright.
Wow.
Come now, Annabelle. What a long time ago.
Ada kucing. Apa yang kuning-kuning di atas ini? Sama pink ini. Ramon apa? Ramon cinta kali ini? Wih, poin lah. Kalian berdua. Kucing lagi.
Professor Black.
Ini hantu yang suka ganggu nih.
Revelio.
Ini pasti teka-teki tapi nanti aja dah. Pusing. Kita belajar Akio dulu buat ambil buku-buku yang terbang di langit.
Our neighbor at home knows someone who's related to these.
Belajar. Cari pintar.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Ganggu sih, Mas.
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Akio.
Accio.
Mas Daniel.
That is not bad.
Ayo dong.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Mana? Luar? Oh, belajar di luar. Wah. Udah berapa jam mainnya? Oh, sejam.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Oke, kita aku disuruh Accio.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes?
Okay.
Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Ya lucu layang-layangnya. Itu layang-layang Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. Ini lucunya. Aku baru lihat. Gryffindor keren banget sih. Slytherin tuh paling, tapi keren juga, ular panjang gitu. Oke lah, fokus belajar. Sip.
Accio. Very good. That's it.
Oke. Sedikit.
Splendid.
Oke.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Langsung buy one lagi, dua lagi.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Siapa duluan? Onai.
Bisa.
2 poin. Yes! Ayo Mas Daniel.
Accio.
Yes.
Excellent control there.
Let us see this.
Okay.
That is how it's done.
Okay. Mas Daniel. Pas. Lagi.
Nicely done. Here we go.
Lagi padahal. Nah. Pos dapat anu sini. Dapat 50.
Accio.
Very good.
Nice. Nicely and done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Oh, lagi?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
Okay.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
Accio.
Lagi. Yes.
That's it.
Be sharp.
Yes. Oh, no, kejauhan.
Stay focused.
Kejauhan. Terlalu ketekan.
Here we go.
Aku kalah di sini. Oh enggak bisa ding. Aku harus dapat 50 sini.
Accio.
Oh dear.
Nah, tongkat kotak tuh.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Well done. Okay. Not bad.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand.
That's cool.
I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronen wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting.
Okay.
Until next time.
Okay, thank you, Onai. Nice
Of course,
to talk to
you can use Accio.
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
Lu kenapa, Neng?
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Revelio.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
Okay, apa itu?
Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Okay. Oke, selesai main questnya. Ada 4. Satu sudah kelar. Let's have play games.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Oh, aku cek loh. Ada misi apa aja? Ada quest harian. Nih. Si Samantha ini ngajak ngomong.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Okay.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronen.
Itu aja. Kira ada sesuatu kah? Side quests are now available. Oke. Side quest. Side quest yang mana tuh? Ini. Ini side quest. Ini apaan? Oh, ada 2 di sini. Oke. Terus di sini ada juga nih. Lihat. 1 di sini. Oh, ini si anu. Ini di mana nih? Sini. Kan? Ini. Oh, ini ada flame. Oh, aku belum pernah kesini kah? Udah deh, mana deh? Misi. Saya tuh kelar lah. Satu misi dulu, misi side quest dulu. Saya nyusul. Udah low bed. Low bed. Aduh, cedot. Low bed. darah semut yang banyak sudah semut tidak jasa. Kucing.
Lumos.
Gantilah misi yang mod ini. Banyak soalnya. Side quest. Wow, aku di mana?
Revelio.
Gudang apa nih? Ini ada pintu.
Whee! Oh, not again. Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim. Did you Praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek. Please, Peeves, you'll make me late. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee! Okay, you finish.
Revelio.
Apa nih? Haunted toilets. Oh. Unless in dire straits, it is probably best to avoid this particular toilet as it is one of Peeves' favorite pranking spots. Oh, si anu suka ngetrol. Si Peeves suka ngetrol. Si hantu tadi. Ada satu nggak di sini?
Revelio.
Ah, itu. Apa lagi? Lachlan the Lanky. Satu ini tentang si Lachlan, Wizard the Lanky, a tall, slender wizard who appears quite proud of himself. For what precisely, no one knows. Oh, ini terlalu over pede kali, ya, terlalu percaya diri sekali. Dia selalu bangga sama dirinya.
Revelio.
Ini apa? Map of Argyllshire? Shire. Map ini Argyllshire region in Scotland, which contains the Hebrides, native home of the Hebrides. Oh, ini tempat naga gede tadi di ruang defense against the dark arts. Oh, di sini rupanya. Berarti Profesor Hikat itu kesini kan? Wow, ini map yang gede.
It was an accident.
Wow, itu Quidditch lapangannya. Itu tower burung hantu. Sana like danau apa sih, danau hitam ya, danau apa kan namanya, sana jembatan. Itu tempatnya Hagrid gak ya? Tempatnya Hagrid dekat Quidditch ya, nggak tahu, lupa sudah.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Ada lu di sini. Ini apa? Gak ngaruh.
Revelio.
Can I help you?
Ini dia.
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
Yes, yes.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Kenapa aku rasa alisnya Shani kayak alis perempuan ya?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining
Alis
pastime.
perempuan deh
I
kepasang di
agree.
matanya si
Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Jangan alis perempuan loh.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Protego! Superfly! Ringo! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Come on! Accio!
Don't shy away from me.
Perhaps one day I'll sign up for a round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you.
Okay,
Again,
thank you.
congratulations on your first crossed ones victory. Well fought.
Okay. Thank
Hope
you.
to see you back
Lukman.
here again.
Okay. Side quest pertama. Masih banyak side quest lainnya. Oke.
Revelio.
Coba gear. Oh, ini. Yes. Change. Sebentar. Kalau pakai ini dia nambah 235. Terus kalau aku pakai ini, oh dia cuman dia tetap change. Oh oke, I see. Oke. Collections ini nambah 3 lumayan.
Revelio.
Sekarang kita ke side quest yang ada di sini, library. Ada 2 nih. Oh ini yang side quest nyari remote ini nggak salah. Hahaha. Itu lagi sama. Ada gunanya juga main bajakan.
You can test me. Go on, test me.
I don't think it's anything special.
Revelio.
Makes them a boring lot if you ask me.
Collection field guide contain features interactive status of denizens of the magical world, including a set of stone sirens encircling the fountain space. Jadi ini sirens itu ada apa bahasa troll ya, bukan ya troll. Di atasnya unicorn,
If only
werewolf.
Black had the power to choose the other
Ada
professors
beberapa
too.
jumlah makhluk fantasi. Sirens 3, duyung. Troll ada 1, 2, 3, 4. Unicorn di atas melawan werewolf. Oke.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Ini Alicia kayak cewek apa enggak sih?
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Tapi macam ganteng juga Alice begini.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Illuminating.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Sini kalau nggak salah ya.
Whoever decided.
Sini.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Jadi ini questnya adalah mencari mod. Apa tuh mod ya? Kunang-kunang kali. Aku nggak tahu. Yang biasa kalau suka cahaya kalau hujan-hujan tuh.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Oke, kita hasil Lenora. Lenora. Where are you, Lenoranya?
Revelio. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Dapat baju baru. Baju baru. Mana tadi baju ini ya? Bukan. Ini. Nah. Tapi nggak kelihatan, Deng. Coba aku ganti dulu anunya. Kayaknya. Ungu-ungu ya. Biru. Kenapa pakai rok dia nih? Ini aku pakai ungu, tapi aku mau ini tetap. Keren begini sih. Coba hoodnya kasih naik. Ganteng ya nih. Coba lihat. Lihat kamu. Oke, mau nih petinju. Lu petinju apa nyihir lo?
Protego!
Kaget aku. Oke, kejar dulu. Jelek hoodnya, kasih turun aja hoodnya. Bergantung. Terus kita cek questnya ini. Oh, ini quest misi utama. Tapi nanti dulu. Aku mau ngecas. Mau ngecas, mau istirahat. Dapat baju. Oke. Oh, ini yang hadiah-hadiah tadi dari apa namanya, klaim login tadi. Ini adalah tempat baru. Dadah. Nemuin hal baru. Field guide. Ya, field guide-nya. Ah, dapat topi, Deng. Oke, mantep. Ganti sarung tangan baru. Keren. Aku suka. Ada aksen emasnya. Collection apa lagi? Oh, baju ini. Basic. Selanjutnya kita kemana, Mas Daniel? Kita cek map dulu. Di sini masih ada satu. Ini dia. Ini sudah ya. Di bawah. Di atas.
I thought about transferring.
Revelio.
I really have made a mess of things.
Oh, Cressida, what happened?
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Amit told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Okay.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Hai. Jadi aku nyari sesuatu di library.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Accio! Got it. Only 4 more to go. Revelio.
Itu. Interesting. Professor Black. Might I suggest? Itu aku menyarankan magic di band di perpustakaan. Karena seseorang masuk diam-diam ke area terlarang dan Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her incantation. Oh, ini si Anu nih yang tukang ngadu nih. Si tukang ngadu.
Revelio.
Kita cek di bawah dulu. Flu.
Accio! This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Revelio.
Area terlarang, nggak boleh masuk. Bisa berarti langsung. Sebelah sana kayaknya.
Revelio.
Oh, ini apa ya? one of the first librarians of Hogwarts is depict itu apa ya? Rumor is that he had no tolerance whatsoever for the noisy students and was known for his liberal use of the silencing charm. Ini librarian pertama di Hogwarts. Pustakawan pertama. Masuk pustakawan pertama di Hogwarts. Dia nggak suka suara berisik, bahkan kalau yang bersin dia kasih
Revelio.
Sihir supaya diam.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Oke. Link dulu ya.
Revelio.
Mas Daniel. Apa dapat tuh Mas? Apa nih Mas? Ada Lumos Mas.
Lumos.
Di depan sana. Di dekat foto lukisan librarian pertama di Hogwarts. Dia nggak mau kasih toleransi sama anak yang ribut. Oh, di sini kau ya. Baik, ke tempat asalmu. Mod ini apa ya? Aku lupa modnya apa. Yo, us. Dapat lagi. Naik level. Paket. Oh ya, sekalian lihat map dan perpustakaan. Wah, ini tempat kesukaannya Hermione sini. Misnya tangganya ya, agak pusing. Pusing kepala aku.
Revelio.
Nanti aku nih pasti karya terlarang sih. Perpustakaannya. Itu. Oh. Tidak mungkin bisa masuk. Ada ruangan rahasia ternyata.
Revelio.
Ada ruangan sini. Alah, keluar dulu lah. Aduh. Presiden.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Tongkat lah. Dapat tongkat sihir. Inventory dulu. 1. Apa nih? Collection. Nanti aja aku ngeceknya. Collection tuh gak perlu dicek sih. Challenge. Ini harus rajin-rajin dicek. Play. Kacamata lagi. Nggak suka. Terus Gear 5. Ini loh. Oh, main story dulu. Ya, baiklah. Main story dulu ternyata, tapi aku mau istirahat. Udah selesai. Aku dapat kacamata tapi nggak mau pakai.
You can get all sorts of clothing.
Udah selesai kan questnya di sini, sisa quest utama aja sih. Nanti aja. Kita save dulu, sejauh ini udah lumayan lah. Dari level 1 ke level 5 sekarang. Dalam waktu 1 jam lumayan. Save dulu. Capek. Lah. Case. Save yang pertama aja. Save. Back. Kita exit. Yes. Dah. Selesai mainnya. Kamu ngecas laptop panas banget, kesian. Nanti lagi lanjut besok atau nanti malam kalau aku but. Bye.